I'm Tian and welcome to China Travel with Chinese Films. I'm now in Hengdian, also known as China's Hollywood. This is the place where many successful Chinese films and TV productions have come to life. Today, I hope with this backdrop of storytelling, we'll be able to provide you with an entry point to Chinese cinema and to the Chinese culture. This year's Chinese New Year film season had mega blockbusters like Ne Zha 2, Creation of the Gods 2, Detective Chinatown 1900, Legends of Condor Heroes, The Gallants, and Boonie Bear's Future Born. It proved that ancient legends can captivate world audiences. So now let's wander through the iconic sites here, dive into lively discussion, and try to discover the charm of Chinese culture. Now, I'm traveling back to the very first dynasty in China, the Qin dynasty, and I'm waiting for a friend of mine coming from the Great West.
General Oliver, your protector, my queen.
You look so cute. I didn't expect that you would be in the general costume.
I love that
Wonderful.
kind of costume.
Feeling at home?
We feel like kids.
Yes, indeed. Films make the dream come true.
Yeah.
So you're from France, and now you're in the Qin dynasty. Which one would you prefer?
Listen, that these two countries have two incredible stories, so I love both.
Now let's travel through time.
Let's go, come on, yeah. We feel like if we are in a movie.
You know, we are in the movies, The Emperor and the Assassin, and The Hero, The Promise. All of them are grand productions.
Yeah.
Right here.
And today, our movie. My queen.
Yes, our movie.
Appreciate.
I can see your dream of being an actor. And it's really coming true.
Yeah.
Another popular attraction in Hengdian is along the river during the Qingming Festival. Its design is inspired by a masterpiece by the painter Zhang Ziduan from the Song Dynasty. Here, visitors step into and become part of the ancient Chinese painting, mixing social background, customs, living style, and the ancient architecture of the Song Dynasty. This spot has appeared in many popular Chinese TV dramas. Let's go. See you. We check out who are here. So this is another street of the Song Dynasty, ready for all the productions of movies and also TV series.
Song Dynasty around 1000.
Yes, indeed. Wow, very good history. Wow.
Okay.
How are you? 你好。
下例亲照，给2位行礼了。
哇，你好。 Li Qingzhao, one of the most well-known Chinese female poets throughout history.
厨房，我给两位吟诗一首，可好？
太好了，谢谢。
请听好了，两位。昨夜雨疏风骤，龙睡不消残酒。
You are two flowers in middle of flowers. The
他说
beautiful
你就
one.
美得像花儿一样，但是我想李清照一定她不只是美，还有
还有很多
非常
故事
才华。
对，两位告辞啊，
告辞，非常荣幸。
有缘再会。
So on this street, we're going to have all kinds of surprises. Meet very outstanding people, I was told.
Very exciting.
Yes. Oh, here is one of them.
表演啊，看打功夫。
Yeah. 好。Wow, look at that, Chinese acrobats
I love that.
coming out of the Song Dynasty. Yeah.
You can try if you want.
Please, you do first. Oliver, we have to move
very
now. We have
elegant.
another important assignment.
Oh, but
Hello and welcome to a special edition of our program on CGTN, China Travel with Chinese Films. I'm Tian Wei. Today I'm sitting here in Hengdian, which is also known as China's Hollywood. With the box office success during China's Spring Festival, many are looking at this place and all over China as the wonderful birthplace of films and also great potential of movie industry for the world. You have all, I'm sure, watched some of the movies popular during China's Spring Festival season. Can you share with us what is your takeaway from the movie experiences?
Yeah, for me, Nizar was
Ne Zha Tu.
yeah, Nizar 2 was an amazing movie. This movie make a history, and the director Zhao Cai is director and writer, and he come from humble beginning. And this movie impressed me a lot because for animation, for the story, for the moral, for many things together.
Any character that you can relate to in the movie?
But I think the leading actor.
Oh,
Yes, sure.
Interesting,
Yeah, yeah,
interesting.
yeah,
Why
very
is
nice.
that?
Because it's many things can this guy working very hard and have a strong belief and this one is very similar.
Very
And,
independently
independent,
thinking.
yes, right. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, exactly.
And what about for you, Song?
I think Ne Zha 2 combines with technology and also the Chinese culture. I like the combination, and also I think this movie reached to a higher and a broader audience globally, not just for Chinese audience. I think it's a good subject. It's about love and the self-proving. So the story can relate to global audience. So secondly, I think the Chinese culture add another layer, unique layer to the story. So that makes this animation film very particular, special.
Olivier, what about for you?
the Chinese movies, like a lot of other industries, have made a lot of progress. And now the Chinese film industry is one of the best in the world because of the quality and the variety of styles also.
We see a lot of movies and TV dramas being made in this place. Look at our backdrop. Magnificent. And I was earlier, Caroline, touring other parts of Hengdian. For example, visiting the Tian Palace, where there were many blockbusters, Chinese ones being made based on history. We see this rising tide of Chinese history or stories related to it being made into movie and also TV series. Why do you think we're so fascinated about our history? Tell us more from a professional perspective.
Okay, I will say one sentence about Hengdian, zero to hero. Zero to hero. Yeah, it's
Well, congratulations,
Yes.
I need to say, once you say that.
Yeah, it reflects the Hengdian's journey from a small town to today's achievements. The Opium War was a turning point, transforming Hengdian into a global filmmaking hub. Over the years, Hengdian has not only kept history alive, but also developed for modern audiences through cinema, tourism, and technology. Today, with over 2,000 film companies and over 500 productions annually, Hengdian is the world's most comprehensive film and culture base. By combining authentic historical setting with creative storytelling, we bring China's rich past to life in a way that connects with the audiences both domestic and abroad.
Since when our curiosity has been really switching to history? Because there were a lot of modern dramas that were popular. I remember like 10 years ago. But now history has become almost an integral part of any success of a Chinese movie. You have any thoughts about that?
Yeah, of course. So talking about the movie, the Big Empire, the movie for
The Last Empire?
The Last Empire. Sorry, The Last Empire. That one is Bernardo Bertolucci. Yeah, this movie was
That's an
shot-
Italian
yeah, it's Italian
director?
Movie, director. Yeah, this was shot in China. And then also another one can remind me so much is about the hero from Johnny Mo. Also this movie. Yeah.
Which was shot here, right?
So shot
Yeah,
here.
the hero
Yeah.
in Qing Palace.
Yeah.
And also that movie was one of my favorite movies. And Johnny Mo is one of my favorite director.
Things right. He must take on the Empire's most ruthless assassins.
He uses color, contract color, black and white, and many composition. You take advantage of the structure of the building, Asian building, to create a unique history in Qing Palace.
Sure.
Why do you think it is such a popular idea for movie producers and TV producers to make history part of the production?
For Chinese audience, we love to see our history. We are very proud of our history. We have a long history. We want to see what happened in the past, and we want to relate the story to our present life. So I think that's a good combination. And also for global audience, they think it's very exotic and also relatable to them, because we are telling the story that's very compelling to them as well, because it's a story about love, about family, and maybe about betrayal, so they can really relate to. So I think those stories, first, they are good stories. Secondly, they combine with Chinese culture.
The stories of the past of China are a never-ending treasure to explore. And people in China, but in all the world, are in any ages, are very hungry of it. And I appreciate that more and more movies are based on that. It's always we discover every time stories we didn't know before, etc., etc. So it's a fantastic treasure, not totally explored, really.
Right. Hengdian is the birthplace for many Chinese film productions. But what about for independent film producers like you? Would you be able to afford, for example, to film here, to work here? What are some of the other options that you are tapping into?
Actually, for my side, I can think, yeah, for sure, for co-production will be very interesting for that. That's why I'm working for several new movies. I write movies, and I try to find the right co-producer to make this movie. And I believe here, for sure, is the best place. I mean, to find everything necessary for creating, for producing the best movie. Yes, that's why. So I keep working and believe about the project here and developing.
You have been producing one movie based on a Italian who has been living in China and served as the bridge between the two countries.
Yes.
And now you are working on some new stories, writing the synopsis and try to find funding for this independent film that you're trying to do.
Exactly.
So what is it like for someone like you? Are there many like you in China who are coming from another culture, but certainly try to seek a potential and a future here in terms of movie production?
You know, from my side, I live here a long time, and I can understand the culture, and I want to mix. I want to show to the movie different culture, different point of the culture. You know, of course, I'm from Italy. I try to promote my language together with the Chinese language, with the Cantonese language. So, and this is what I'm looking for, and I think it's amazing to believe there is opportunity to do that. I believe that. I mean, I'm sure is the time. Only now it's just the point is the time to find the right co-producer. But I believe this thing will happen here for sure.
How come you're so firm about that? Certain
Because
about that?
because story is very important in a movie. I believe the story is the most important thing.
Yeah.
Plus mix the culture and plus give to the audience something they can see some part inside of the story. I believe that is the very important. So that's why I believe in my movie.
What parts of the story you want the audience to see?
Good people always win.
Yeah,
Always win.
that's a great
Doesn't
story.
matter where the
good,
people
yeah.
is come from. The good people is has the power to win everything.
All right.
That is
Yeah.
I see the sincerity in your eyes when you talk about that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're going to have great luck.
Thank you.
What about for you? You're coming from France.
Yeah,
You
France
try
and
to be a
Switzerland.
professional here, also in the industry, doing different kinds of jobs.
Yeah.
And how do you see the potential of individuals like you working here trying to seek a future?
I think a lot of things are done, and more and more things must be done. And as you said, we must share our culture. We must share our future, like we say in China, and we must compare this industry. French cinema industry is a very big cinema was born in France by Frère Lumière brother.
But we
It's
won more Oscar than you.
European brothers.
Italy, France, and China and America too. They are very. It is in the DNA of the people. The cinema. It's very important. It's more than an industry. It's more than that. Sure, it's a big industry, but it's more than that. And
What is the kind of DNA that you are looking for in the stories that you want to tell in your productions?
actually, in the present, I think with the curse of the world, it's very and more important to share our culture and our happiness and to share hopes by the cinema.
I know you, Song, participated earlier in some productions of microdrama. Tell us more. How is it, complement already existing movie and also TV series markets?
Oh yeah, I think mini short drama gave us a new way for entertaining. We are not just watching movies. We can watch drama on our phone, and I think that's convenient. You can watch this 1 minute mini show anywhere. And also, I was lucky enough to make a production in Hollywood. The Chinese mini drama was so popular, and some overseas audience start to watching Chinese mini drama. So we start to make some localized mini drama in Hollywood and also in different languages that proved to be very popular.
What kind of stories?
It's mostly about love stories.
Yes, of course.
Mostly.
Ask the Italian gentleman. Do you see it's too much competition for you guys who are trying to do like extended, in-depth films?
I think competition is also life, can make people
Better.
because it's in the human beings, this kind of characteristic. So try to make better, and of course you look in your neighbor garden and say, oh, have some news. What about me? So
Same competition.
yeah, I think
is
it's
very
something
important,
good for an industry. I think for me, for sure, market change because follow new generation.
Yes.
New generation. Now, you know, I have a daughter. She's 17, and so most of the time,
Hello to her.
yeah. And she can, she also like her classmate or same ages, they spend lots of time on the mobile. So even the parents try to, and you know, so this mobile become everything for them. So
Yes.
of course, mini-series is something can make those new, how to say, new generation audience interesting to watching. So that's why. Of course, movie is also. Sometimes I heard my daughter say, "Oh, I want to watch in the movie in the theater. It was amazing." That makes me so happy because you know, from 17 years old girl, it's very fantastic hear that. But so we will see how the cinema will alive.
That's exactly what I want to also
Yeah.
ask Caroline. I mean,
Yeah.
just from your personal experiences, China's economy, when we talk about a big question, is going through a transformation right now.
Yeah.
So TV and movie industry, microdrama, they are all trying to seek some wonderful opportunities. How much do you see that transformation is already taking place? Is the Spring Festival box office record in any way reflect this transformation?
I think we just noticed a number and the short drama and equal to the cinema box, there. So that's, I think they cannot be changed. It's a change. Yeah.
Everything changed.
For me, I
sure.
fancy cinema movie.
Yeah,
I will
of
go to the
course.
cinema to see the movie. That's for my personal interesting. But I think for the business model, we cannot change that and or stop that. Stop that. We're gonna to how to say, accept it. So that's why we just established, set up Hengdian International Macro Short Dramas Alliance last year.
Is the ecosystem different very much from that of movie productions, or actually there are so many similarities?
I think it's a big difference.
Right.
Yeah.
What are the biggest difference do you see?
And I think the cost. You know, the
Cost,
cinema and the
preparations.
TV series
Sure.
is a big budget. Yeah.
That means a whole adjustment of your production and also of your business model in a way.
Yeah, sure. It's a big challenge.
Yeah,
as
yeah,
well.
I
So
believe
we
that.
need to figure out a way to support them to make the production more efficiency. Yeah, so that's the key point.
The time, those kind of mini-series have been shot in 1 week, or, and all set should be there in the same studios. Of course, it's different, you know. Not only budget, many things is different, you know.
We look at the Ne Zha 2. Not only it is a cartoon production, but it's a cartoon production that's incorporating some of the latest technologies.
Yes.
And we see the whole team, you know, the famous story is that they have been putting 5 years into the overall production and also the filming. So we see also budding post-production basis, similar to this one, maybe smaller one, but competing with you all over the country. So how do you and all of you see this interesting phenomenon, the new technologies being incorporated into the post-production, and there are ever more budding production bases all over China?
I think this is a very good opportunity to create new talent.
Sure.
In different kind of course, also martial art is a part of the culture of this country, and it's good to mix the how to say, to mix this in the movie and this in the drama with the martial art, something like that. This is what I mean. It can be more impressive to me about this movie.
I think competition is a good thing.
Yes, also.
It
Always.
pushes the
Always.
industry to grow, and embracing new technologies, telling compelling stories with universal appeal, and strengthen global collaborations will keep Chinese filmmakers stay ahead.
Sure.
So the key is not just competing, but expanding Chinese cinema's influence worldwide through these young people. That's the future.
We
Yeah.
trust on you.
Yeah, that's the future.
I'm from Italy, but also a studying Chinese
Right.
movie. Eh?
feel
I
pressure.
also studying Chinese movie. Eh? Yeah, of
That's
course.
a good thing.
And maybe also to share and to shake Chinese actors and foreign actors.
Of course.
That is very important to seduce the foreign public in everywhere in the world.
There will be more people-to-people exchanges that's needed in the
If we
movies.
see more actors, international actors, the public is larger.
So we have already seen that for decades, right? Even mentioned the Last Emperor, the movie itself.
Yes,
It is
exactly.
a joint production of several countries.
Yes.
It is
Absolutely.
also incorporating actors and actresses coming not just from China
Of course,
originally,
for sure.
but also from
You see the
very different
results?
parts of the world. But the
Absolutely.
question is, what kinds of joint production we need today? Because today's China is certainly very different from the time when The Last Emperor was
Yeah,
filmed,
sure, of
right?
course.
Certainly the market is different, the size is different, the styles and also the aesthetics are very different.
I think it's, as I told you before, story is the most important
Yeah.
thing, you know. I think the story is what make the audience see it and make the audience very interesting to keep going watching this movie or to promote the movie to the friend, and the friend is the best advertising because go home and tell a friend, so this movie was amazing, so go to watching this movie. I cried, but it was amazing. That make me really...
We can focus on the content. Don't worry about what kind of the method we're gonna show on screen or on our phone or through the streaming service.
Sure,
We
of
need to
course.
focus on the content. Like we need to tell a good story, compelling story, character-driven stories, and also for Chinese audience, maybe with some Chinese culture within, so we can reach out to broader audiences.
So we are having a great celebration of the box office record for this year's Spring Festival. The question is, with that already on the history, what can be done for the next stage, right?
I think we need to set up a new goal. As it's the new area for Chinese culture to go outside. Yeah. So Chinese mythology and history are full of great stories that can go globally. That's I believe in. The key is to focus on the universal emotions. Courage, love, destiny, while staying true to cultural roots. Films like哪吒, we mentioned about, succeed, I think, not just because of their Chinese identity, but because they tell powerful, relatable stories in a fresh and engaging way. So by blending authentic cultural elements with strong storytelling and modern filmmaking techniques, Chinese film can connect with the audiences worldwide without losing our own character. I think it's a new goal.
So thank you so much, every one of you, for joining us, and thank you for this beautiful
for
corner of
opportunity.
Hengdian.
Yeah.
We are in the
Amazing.
China's
Thank you very
Hollywood.
much. Yeah, thank
It's
you.
not Hollywood, but China's. And that's all the time we have for this special production here in Hengdian. I'm Tian Wei on behalf of the team. Thanks for being with us. Bye for now.